if you're going to plot this here equation that's in point slope form, so we already talked about taking out 2 bits of information. The slope in this thing would be what? 3. The other point on the line that they give you would be 1, 4. Some of you are plotting that point wrong. You know that it's supposed to be 1, 4, but you're not sure where 1, 4 is. 1, 4 is as follows. Whatever that first number is, that tells you how many to go left or right. Okay? So that number spaces left or right. If it's a positive, you go right. If it's negative, you go left. So positive is right, negative is left. And then the second number is number of spaces up or down. Up is positive, down is negative. And that's always true. That never, ever, ever, ever changes. It always is the number of spaces left or right, and then the number of spaces up and down. And you always go in that order. Always, always, always. So if I want to plot the point 1, 4, that means go 1 space to the right, and then 4 spaces up. There's the point 1, 4. Not anywhere else. It's there. It can only be there. That's where it is. Once I have that point plotted, then I can go ahead and follow my slope, which was 3. So a slope of 3 means I go where? Up 3 over 1, right? Right? Okay, good. So everybody should have had this line graphed. So just double check that your graph looks like my graph. So then when we go to do number 2, okay, you very quickly find the slope is negative 3/4. Okay, great. And then the other point on the line is negative 2, positive 2. But you have to know where negative 2, 2 is on the grid. So you always start at the origin, right? Negative 2 means go left 2, and then positive 2 means up. Everybody should have started right there. Nowhere else. That's where you begin. And then you just follow your slope. In this case, it was a negative 3/4. So now I would go down 3 to the right 4. Okay, and you can do it again if you want. Down 3 to the right 4. There's your line. So please double check that your line looks like my line. Okay, 3 is a little bit of a curveball because there is no number over here. Well, my slope is still just going to be 1/5, but then that other random point, if there's no number here, what's there really? Zero, so it's just 0, negative 2. And there's my point. Well, you got to know where 0, negative 2 is on the grid. 0, negative 2 means you don't go left or right, but you go down 2. That's where we all should have started. And then a slope of 1/5, up 1 to the right 5. And that's that one. 2 was tricky because you run out of grid all over the place, but you should have figured out that the slope is negative 7/5, and then the other point on the line is negative 5, negative 4. Did you get that part right? Now you got to graph it correctly. Where is negative 5, negative 4? Well, you start at the origin and you have to go left 5, down 4. A lot of you did not do that. So everybody should have had a point right there. Negative 5, negative 4 is right there. Now the trouble is with my slope. To go down 7 over 5, I'm off the grid. So I can do the reverse of both. Instead of going down 7 to the right 5, I can go up 7 to the left 5, but I'm still off the grid. So you're just going to have to do your best. So if I go down 7, there's 4, 5, 6, 7 would be about there. And then over 5, give me about there-ish. So this one was tough because you ran out of the grid no matter which way you went. But everybody should have at least had this starting point, that -5, -4. Are these getting easier, maybe? Okay, 5 real quick. This one's not too bad. Opposite of this, 4. Opposite of this, -2. Oh, what's the slope on this one? Anybody? 1. If there's no number in front, it's just a 1. So I'm going to start at 4, -2. Again, that means go to the right 4, down 2. Right 4, down 2. That's where we should have started for 5. And then I can follow my slope up 1 over 1. So that's that one. And 1 left. So we should have, what's my slope this time? -1, I think I heard someone say it. And then the other point on this line, opposite of this, opposite of this. But where is -1, -6 on the grid? It's here. You go left 1, down 6. Left 1, down 6. You had to start there. And then you have to follow your slope of down 1 over 1. So there's this line. Does that make sense to everybody?